Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. For today's video, I want to show you my newest plant purchases. Alright guys, here they all are. Now it's not a lot, but it's still something to report. First up, we have the Veronica Speedwell. Love this guy. This particular one here is the Royal Candle, which I have in my garden already. And one of the reasons I bought it is because it does so well in my garden. And I also have a little spot in my garden that something didn't come back and I can't figure out what it is, but I do see the dead root there. And by now, whatever I have here should be showing some sort of sign of life by now. So I'm just buying it just in case I need to replace whatever it is that's not going to come back, right? Got two of these from Lowe's for $7.98. They are a full sun perennial that are hardy to -40. Love these guys. They bring in the bees. They need a little bit of deadheading, but nothing too crazy. And they just perform so well in my garden. The one I had in my garden has come back, is putting out the foliage. Obviously, this is in bloom because I just got it from the store. It just came out of a greenhouse, so it's looking nice, but I'm sure it'll pick right back up in my garden because they do well in my garden. And I have many different types of Veronicas, to be honest with you, in my garden. So I can't wait for this guy to go in the ground. Next up, we've got the Mystic Spire Sage, which I have in my yard already and does great. The hummingbirds love this guy, which is the reason I'm buying it. It was only $6 at the Food Depot. Now, I don't know if you have Food Depot in your area, but it's a supermarket, you know, a nice supermarket. And they do have a little, you know, outdoor section here. And they mostly sell annuals there, but they had this. And I picked it up. Only $6, guys. The ones that I have in my garden, they are coming back. They do absolutely amazing. The hummingbirds love it. What I like about these is that they are blue, which you guys know how I feel about blue, and also the fact that they bring in the hummingbirds and they're so reliable. Now, when I first saw this guy, the first one I ever bought was from Kroger. And I said to I thought it was an annual because it didn't have a marker. And it came back and I was like, oh wow, this thing actually is going to come back for me. And here we are in May and I'm already seeing signs of it coming back. So I said, let me get another one and add it to the garden. This guy here is hardy from zone 7B, I believe, and takes full sun and does really well in my garden. Next up, we've got Coleus. Now, you guys know I'm a big fan of Coleus for so many reasons. One of the plants that is really known for their foliage mostly. Even though they bloom, we like them for their foliage. And they have all kinds of colors and textures, right? This one here is a part sun, but I will put it in shade. This guy here is Ruby Sparkle Lux. This guy here is an annual, and of course we all know Coleus are annuals. You want to bring them inside or you want to propagate them once you get your frost, or right before your frost. You don't want them to be in the frost or the freeze. They will just not make it. Love this guy because it's really nice deep blood red, and I got this guy from Home Depot for $7.98. The plan for this was to put in the front in the containers in the front of the house, but I haven't gotten around to deciding exactly what I'm going to do, but I love them. Coleus has green and yellow, chartreuse and red and purple and, you know, really nice textures. And I've done Coleus mashup containers where I just get a bunch of Coleus, and I did that last year too. A whole bunch of Coleus with all kinds of colors and textures in one pot. It's a really nice sight to see. But because I'm in Georgia and I'm hot and humid, I cannot put this in part sun. Because we really know part sun is 4 to 6 hours of sun. 4 to 6 hours of sun in June, July, and August will have this Coleus on death's door. And I don't want to have to keep watering this thing. So it's definitely going to go in the shade. Now, when I put it in the shade, the red might be a little bit muted, right? But I'll have to find the right spot, not total shade, but enough where it gets the morning sun and then out of the sun before 12 p.m. All right, guys, look what I picked up. Went to Home Depot for something completely different and saw this guy. You already know what this is. This is the spider's web fatsia, which I love. I bought two years ago from another nursery, trying to support the nursery, but it struggled and one of them died. And I do have the other one on my foundation, which I'll show you on, later on in the season. And the one that is on the foundation. It's doing great. I mean, it looks amazing. I can't explain to you why the other one died. I really cannot. But I like it so much, and it's a very, for me personally, it's a very hard plant to deal with for me. It's a shade plant, right? Here it is. It's a perennial. Japanese Aurelia, spider's web fatsia, guys. Blooms early to late fall, and it's hardy to 0. So that takes me to zone 8, right? Maybe some people in 7B if it's protected, maybe close to your house, on the foundation, somewhere where it's not getting beat up by the winters and the rains and the heat. But I'm buying this to replace the one that died, and I'm going to put it right next to the other one in the hopes that it will make it. But the other one that I have, guys, it's doing so great. To be honest with you, you know what? Let me stop this video right now and show you the one I have right now on my foundation. All right, so I'm on the foundation now, and here she is. Now, it's pretty much, I would say, maybe 3 times the size I bought it. I bought it in a 2-gallon from a nursery maybe a couple miles away from me, and most of the plants that I bought from that nursery didn't really make it. I'm not sure what the story is, and I don't want to speculate, but look at it right here, guys, looking great. Look at all that new foliage in the last couple of weeks. Very, very happy. Now, this guy is supposed to bloom. It has never bloomed. It's only been 2.5 years. It hasn't bloomed yet, but I am just really, and I know what the blooms are supposed to look like. I can't imagine when they bloom. You know I'll be making a video on that. But yeah, here's my spider's web fatsia on my foundation. Let me back up so you can see exactly where it is on my foundation, right? And it's a shade plant. Now, you guys know I cut that tree down. It was getting a little bit more sun, but I am not moving this thing. I'm just not, because I just know I'm scared that if I move it, then it's just going to go haywire from there. But I'm very, very happy with my spider's web fatsia. Next up, I picked up a moss birdhouse, guys. Now, these guys at Home Depot are usually $24.98 right there. I see them all the time and I pass them straight because I'm thinking to myself, ooh, I am not buying birdhouse for $25 whole. But they had a markdown, and it is that right there, $10. And even at the $10, I'm saying to myself, maybe I can get a cheaper birdhouse. But I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to get a cheaper one, that type of design. I might get one that's made cheaply or whatever, but I am just so happy I picked this guy up. This is a moss birdhouse from Home Depot, guys. I really, really like it. I have to figure out where I'm going to put it, because, you know, the birds are very finicky these days, so I have to, hopefully they will end up liking it and make use of it. But yeah, guys, I got this guy from Home Depot. Let me know if you have these and how they do for you or not do for you, or what type of bird houses you have. Finally, guys, I picked up these 2 clearance plants for the sole purpose of making the content to show you how I bring clearance plants back. You might have seen one last year too, where I purposely bought certain plants different levels of clearance and show you how I bring them, when I bring them home, how I prep them and get them ready back to recovery, right? You guys know a lot of my content is about clearance plants. It's not just about pollinators and pretty. I buy a lot of clearance plants, and even though my level of clearance plants, because, you know, I've seen a bunch of comments where people say, wow, your clearance plants look great, you know, compared to what I see on my store, because sometimes, you know, what I see on my shelves are dead by the time we get there. You know, yes, my Lowe's does have some real great quality clearance plants, but there are times when we get to this level here, right? So this is a butterfly bush, and this is a Georgia blue speedwell. So this is why I bought them. So this one was usually $18.98, so I'm really only paying half off for that, right? And I bought it just so I can show you for another video. Of course, I'm going to take the time to show you how I get a butterfly bush or a Georgia blue speedwell back to its glory, right? So what I already did so far was, once I brought them home, I put them in water. Obviously, I don't want to just have them just out here struggling before I make the video, but I did put them in water. I did water them, but they're still, you can see, this is a clearance plant, so stay tuned for when I do that video. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Let me know how your shopping is going. What have you picked up so far? How is your store coming along? I know a lot of you in the comments have said that your store hasn't had anything yet, but as you know, depending on where you are, the warmer areas, the warmer zones seem to get the plants first, and they make their way up north. You should be seeing your plants coming in soon, guys, especially since we're in May. stores are usually going to have stuff by Mother's Day, and Mother's Day is pretty much this Sunday. Let me know what you think, guys. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember, hit that notification bell so when I put out a new video, you'll be one of the first people to know. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.